Welcome into Tennessee Titans today. I'm your host, RC Maxfield, and the Tennessee Titans beat the Bucs 34-3, the Super Bowl champs. Didn't play very many other starters, but nonetheless, the Titans went down to Tampa and handled business as Matt Barkley, is the storyline at the quarterback position. He went 10 for 13, had 115 yards passing and 2 TDs, but maybe the biggest storyline so far this preseason has been at the running back position. We'll get to that in just a minute. But Matt Barkley has been huge. But before we get to that, I want to know your one-word reaction to the Titans' win over the Bucs. An absolutely dominant performance for Mike Vrabel's crew as they go into Tampa and beat the Super Bowl champs 34-3 with Matt Barkley and Logan Woodside at the helm. But Matt Barkley was the guy I wanted to talk about at the QB position. They brought him in late in camp, didn't sign him right away. Remember, DeShone Kizer was there at the QB3 spot. But Matt Barkley has taken his position and run with it. I think he has looked absolutely dominant, going 12 for 16 with 115 yards and 2 TDs so far. He looked good against the Bucs, simple and plain. That's just how it is. Logan Woodside may have started the game, but Matt Barkley just looked like the better quarterback in my opinion. And Logan Woodside didn't even look bad. It's just that Matt Barkley looked good against those Bucs backup at DBs, linebackers, wherever you have it. He just looked really, really good. Subscribe to Titans Today right here on YouTube, your one-stop shop for everything Tennessee Titans. Listen, Mike Vrabel's crew is trying to defend their crown as AFC South champs, and we're going to walk you through every news and rumor this season for the Tennessee Titans. So be sure you subscribe, turn those notifications on so you can stay up to date on your Tennessee Titans. I already mentioned him a couple of times so far, but Logan Woodside, this guy, he started the game, is probably going to be QB2 and has done everything to keep that so far in the preseason. Now, he went 7 for 8 for 68 yards and a TD against the Bucs backups. But, again, you play who's on the field, right? Preseason means nothing, but you want to see what your backups are doing in terms of, hey, can they actually come in and potentially help us on the field during the regular season? Because remember, Tennessee fans, it is not pretty what we've seen in years past where maybe Marcus Mariota has gotten hurt or even Ryan Tannehill as well. So you're trying to find that consistent backup, and Logan Woodside looks to be that guy. Talking about consistent backups, probably the biggest surprise in camp so far has been Mekhi Sargent, as he has absolutely looked phenomenal so far through 2 weeks of the preseason. Going against Tampa, he had 16 carries for 78 yards and a TD, was absolutely dominant. You know, you look at what Sargent has done as the undrafted free agent out of Iowa, he's looked absolutely phenomenal so far. And when you look at what the Titans are looking for at the running back 3 position, you think about it. You have Derrick Henry, who is a workhorse running back. You have Evans, who is kind of that scat back and really just needs to stay healthy. But Mekhi Sargent has been productive at Iowa and now has proven to be productive in 2 preseason games. I think he has a really good chance to win that running back 3 position right out of camp going into week 1 for the Tennessee Titans as they welcome in Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals to Nashville. But again, the storyline has to be the score here, right? 34-3 over the Super Bowl champs. I don't care if Tom Brady played or not. You go down and you beat the Super Bowl champs 34-3. I don't care who's playing. That is a good sign for Mike Vrabel's crew. And I think the best overall sign is maybe you find your RB3, but your QB position is looking much better going into the regular season in terms of solidifying what you have at the backup position, whether that is Logan Woodside or whether that is Matt Barkley. But going into preseason week 3, well, I'm just happy that we're inching closer to the preseason being over and going into week 1 where the Tennessee Titans will get to have Ryan Tannehill, Julio Jones, A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, probably the most exciting offense maybe in Tennessee Titans history. But before that happens, I want you to predict the score for the final preseason game for the Titans this year. They will face the Chicago Bears. Let me know down in the comments. Type Titans if you got the Tennessee Titans winning or the Bears down there in the comments. I better see Titans 100% down in the comments.